5 phrases.
That is all you need.
For the moment you understand absolutely nothing.
0 words, 0 meaning, just sounds.
Stay with us, because after this episode, you will never panic in that moment again.
Hey, English learners. Welcome back to Spoken Warm.
I am Mia.
And I am Leo. And today's topic, this one is personal for me.
Oh?
Because last month, I was in a conversation and someone spoke so fast with so many words I did not know that honestly,
What happened?
I understood maybe 10%.
10%?
10%. The rest was just sound.
Quick question before we continue. On a scale of 1 to 10, how often does this happen to you? Write the number in the comments. Just the number. That is it.
So picture this.
Okay.
I am at a friend's house, a small gathering. Everyone's speaking fast, laughing, using slang I have never heard.
And you are just standing there.
Standing there, smiling, nodding.
The universal, I have no idea what is happening smile.
Exactly that smile. And inside, I am completely lost.
But you keep nodding.
Because what else do you do? If I say, I do not understand, will they think I am not smart? Will the conversation just stop? Will it get awkward?
So you just pretend.
I just pretend. And then someone asks me a direct question based on what they just said.
And you have no idea what to answer.
None. 0. And that is the moment that is even worse than brain freeze.
Because this is not about forgetting a word.
This is about not understanding anything at all.
And here is the thing. This happens to every single English learner. Native speakers talk fast, they use slang, they use idioms, they use cultural references you have never heard of.
And nobody ever taught you what to say in that exact moment.
But today, we give you 5 phrases. And phrase number 4 is the one that will completely change how confident you feel in every conversation.
But first, let us understand why this feels so embarrassing.
So, why does not understanding feel so embarrassing?
Because we think it means we are not good enough.
Right. If I do not understand, maybe my English is bad. Maybe I am slow. Maybe everyone else understood and only I did not. Maybe my English is bad. Maybe I am slow. Maybe everyone else understood and only I did not.
And that thought alone is enough to make us just nod and pretend.
But here is the truth. Even native speakers do not always understand everything someone says.
Different accents, fast speech, background noise, slang they have never heard. It happens to everyone.
The difference is, native speakers ask immediately.
Without shame, without hesitation.
Sorry, what was that? Wait, what does that mean?
They ask without thinking twice.
And that is exactly what we need to learn to do.
Asking is not weakness.
Asking is confidence.
So let us start with phrase 1. And by the time we reach phrase 5, you will understand why this one small skill changes everything.
Ready?
Phrase number 1.
I am sorry. I did not catch that.
Say it with us. I am sorry. I did not catch that.
I am sorry. I did not catch that. This phrase is perfect because it is soft and polite. You are not blaming them. You are not blaming yourself. You are simply saying, The information did not reach me.
For example, I am sorry. I did not catch that. Could you say it again?
Or just on its own. Sorry, I did not catch that.
Clean, polite, effective.
Phrase number 2.
What does that mean?
Say it with us. What does that mean? Simple? Direct? Honest? Use this when someone uses a word or phrase you do not know.
For example, they say, "That is a piece of cake."
And you say, what does that mean? Cake?
And they explain, it means something easy.
And now you learned a new idiom in the middle of a real conversation.
That is the best way to learn.
Phrase number 3.
Could you explain that a different way?
Say it with us. Could you explain that a different way?
This one is brilliant because sometimes the problem is not the words, it is the explanation itself.
Maybe they explained something in a complicated way, and asking for a different way, not just repeating, often makes everything clear.
For example, could you explain that a different way? I am not sure I followed.
And most people are happy to try a simpler explanation.
Quick question. Which of these 3 phrases feels most natural to you? Write the number in the comments.
Now, phrase number 4 is the one I promised you earlier,
The one that changes everything.
because this phrase does something the other 3 do not.
Are you ready?
Phrase number 4.
I am still learning English. Could you speak a bit simpler?
Say it with us.
I am still learning English. Could you speak a bit simpler?
Why does this change everything? Because you are being completely honest about your situation.
And here is what happens almost every single time. People become more patient, more careful with their words, more willing to help, because you told them exactly what you need. Most people genuinely want to communicate with you. They just did not know they needed to slow down.
This phrase tells them.
And our final phrase? Phrase number 5.
So basically, you are saying,
Say it with us. So basically, you are saying. This is different from the others. This one you use after they explain something. You repeat it back in your own simple words.
For example, they explain something complicated about their weekend plans.
And you say, so basically, you are saying you cannot come on Friday, but Saturday works?
And they say, yes, exactly.
I am still learning English. Could you speak a bit simpler?
This phrase does something powerful. It confirms you understood correctly. And if you got it wrong, they can correct you immediately.
And here is what happens almost every single time. People become more patient, more careful with their words, more willing to help.
No misunderstanding. No confusion later. No pretending.
Now, I want to address something important.
Go ahead.
A lot of learners believe if I ask too many questions, people will think I am not smart.
And this is the biggest myth in the entire English learning world.
Are you ready for the truth?
The opposite is actually true.
People who ask clarifying questions are seen as more confident, more engaged, more intelligent.
Because asking questions shows you are actually listening. You actually care about understanding correctly.
The people who never ask, the ones who just nod and pretend,
Those are the ones who miss important information, make mistakes later, feel more lost over time.
so every time you ask, what does that mean? Or, could you explain that differently?
You are not showing weakness.
You are showing genuine engagement.
And that is attractive. That is respected in every language, in every culture.
Before the word tour, one question.
Think of the last time you did not understand something in English and you just nodded instead of asking.
What was the situation?
Write it in the comments. We promise you are not the only one.
Everyone reading this has done exactly the same thing.
All right, time for our word tour. 5 words from today.
Let us begin.
Word 1, catch.
When you catch something someone said, it means you heard and understood it.
For example, sorry, I did not catch your name.
Or, did you catch what she said about the meeting?
Catch in this sense has nothing to do with throwing or catching a ball. It means to hear clearly.
Say it with us. Catch.
Catch.
Word 2, follow.
When you follow someone's explanation, it means you understand the logic of what they are saying.
For example, I am not sure I followed what you just said.
Or, are you following me so far?
Follow here means understanding the flow of an explanation.
Say it with us. Follow.
Follow. Word 3, basically.
Basically means in the simplest way to say it. You use this word when you are summarizing something complicated.
For example, so basically, you are saying we should leave early.
Or, basically, I just need more time to finish this.
Let us begin. It is one of the most useful words in everyday English.
Say it with us. Basically.
Basically.
Word 4, clarify.
To clarify means to make something clearer or easier to understand.
For example, could you clarify what you mean by that?
Or, let me clarify what I am asking for.
Clarify is a slightly more formal word than explain, but very commonly used.
Say it with us. Clarify.
Clarify.
And our final word? Engaged.
If you are engaged in a conversation, you are actively paying attention, actively interested, actively participating.
For example, she asked great questions. She was really engaged.
Or, I want to stay engaged even when the topic is difficult.
Being engaged is the opposite of just nodding and pretending.
Say it with us. Engaged.
Engaged.
So today's 5 phrases. I am sorry. I did not catch that. What does that mean? Could you explain that a different way? I am still learning English. Could you speak a bit simpler? So basically, you are saying,
Write them down. Use one of them this week.
and remember,
Not understanding does not mean you are behind.
it means you're in the middle of learning something new.
Every question you ask makes you stronger.
Not weaker.
If this episode helped you, subscribe to Spoken Warm. New episode every single week.
And tell us, which phrase will you try first? We read every single comment.
See you in the next episode, English learners.
Take care. Bye for now.